fan of wrestling show on the big beefy boy Shaz Beef, and today I'm joined by my fellow old buck in Morro. How are you, good sir?
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you have a fun All Elite Morro there on Monday night?
Jeez, it was a long one, hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah, losing the ratings war still.
Yeah, it's close though.
How was the chat?
Chat was rocking.
Yeah?
It was rocking. That's why it went long.
Yeah, a few
There's
people
loads of chats.
commenting afterwards saying you're an AEW mark.
Can I read out that one?
You can, of course, yeah.
Sweet. How do I get it?
Other people talking about Sami Zayn.
You screen. Yeah, a lot of Sami Zayn talk. We talked a lot about Sami in the episode.
Right.
Just about kind of how people feel he's getting a bit cold and he'll need...
Do you agree?
No, not really. I just think he got caught in the carrying cross vortex there for a while, and once he gets paired up with more interesting...
I'll read the message. I got it. A clueless AEW mark. You gave it away when you said AEW focuses on wrestling, which means you have no clue what wrestling even is. AEW has garbage matches via Moxley, spot matches via All Flippers, and matches using zero wrestling logic via everyone. That comes in from Garguts Z75.
Hey, Garguts, go fuck yourself. The two things Garguts doesn't understand clearly is the word wrestling and the word focus. Because clearly, AEW as a company puts greater focus on what WWE puts on the wrestling aspect.
I do think he has a bit of a point.
Whatever he says about the other stuff, the type of matches, that doesn't matter.
He's talking mainly, I'd say, about kind of psychology and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but that's not like what... That's
what wrestling is.
No, it's part of it.
It's
like which company... It's
the main part.
No, but which company puts greater focus on the wrestling aspect?
Yeah.
Like, that's not up for debate, like.
On the actual ring stuff.
What happens in the ring.
Yeah.
That's the wrestling. What happens in the ring is the wrestling.
Yeah.
So which company puts greater focus on that? Like,
AEW.
There's no debate on that.
Yeah.
Whatever about what you like about the in-ring or dislike, that's a totally different argument.
Yeah, well, you can tell by the amount of wrestling on it, or the amount of matches.
Yeah. The amount of matches, the length of the matches, the ads on, you know what I mean? So like, I just thought, okay, I just said cool, enjoy your entertainment.
I didn't get to tune in. I was editing Cool Championship Wrestling.
You did a fantastic job on the edit too.
It was 13 hours, man. There's a few ropey spots in it. The sound doesn't sound great, but it all started sounding like one for me. That's why I didn't get to tune in. I was on such a lull on Monday. Live wrestling is where it's at.
Oh yeah,
whatever we view on TV, like, just that's what has ignited my passion for wrestling.
I keep like saying it on All Elite Morro. Don't keep saying it. I have said it numerous times, and I've said it here as well.
Yeah.
If you're like you now, you're not overly in love with TV wrestling.
Yeah.
The best thing anyone can do is go to their local indie or their local promotion and watch that live, because it's always fucking awesome. You know what I mean?
Like, Cool Championship Wrestling, we had the TLC match.
That was great, yeah.
You've seen the return of Paddy
Those
Morro.
French guys are deadly. Paddy Morro's like such a silky wrestler.
Yeah, Kuro and Mecca are Mecca, and then you have Keenan and Jay.
Yeah,
Martin Steers is phenomenal. Raven Creed, what a
put
performance!
In some fucking shift, didn't she?
Yeah,
Jesus,
the Rumble was good fun.
The Rumble was great fun.
Yeah, I'm feeling a bit sore after it, and I was just watching. You know?
Oh yeah,
what happened there? But like, I was on I've never experienced the lull.
Even the previous ones.
Yeah,
even the double shots, Dublin, Belfast.
Just so low.
Because this is only a one-nighter, like Dublin, Belfast.
Sunday I was still kind of coming down from it, but Monday, man, they hit me like a ton of bricks.
Yeah. It's like that, you know, when you do a run of a play and then...
But it was like I drank about 48 pints, and I don't drink. Yeah. It was worse than any hangover. Dumpty texted me at 3 o'clock in the day going, how are you getting on? I was like, oh man, I'm depressed off my head. He goes, I just realised I'm wearing 2 different shoes. Like he was in that space as well, you know.
I drank 48 pints on Saturday.
You probably did. Fair play. You were at a christening or something.
My niece's christening. It was a lovely day.
You don't drink 48 pints at a christening.
Oh, I do.
Right, well, fair play.
That's why I couldn't go to the wrestling.
How dare you?
31st of August, though, the Contenders in Dublin.
Yeah, if you're in Ireland, just make it to a local show. It could be OTT, it could be Fight Factory, it could be RCW, it could be Hard Knocks in Limerick.
I really want to go to Rebel County because I've been to other things in the venue they use.
It's a fantastic, the pavilion, isn't it?
Yeah, great venue. I'd love to see wrestling there.
Yeah.
But yeah, their cards always look good too.
Go support your local indie, because we can bitch about whatever we want on the internet, and we do.
And we do.
But like local stuff is great.
That's where it's at.
Speaking of, and this is good. Today's topic is going to tie it all in together because we're talking about maybe the lack of psychology with AEW, the way wrestlers are today. With the way wrestlers are today, someone has a strong opinion on it, and it's someone that's after being called out on the internet by a gentleman that I met and who bought me a baby Guinness back in my drinking days with Irish Whip Wrestling. The man used to wear a dress, but no more. He's trying to get back on WWE TV. It is none other than Big Vito Lograsso. Remember Big Vito?
I remember Big Vito. Is he trying to get back on WWE TV?
Yeah, I think he was trying to get involved in the Tony D'Angelo and Stack stuff. And he's like tweeting. But like, I follow him because I've met him. Yeah. I've discussed him down here on the Mick Wall.
You worked a few shows with him back in the day.
I don't think I was on the shows. This is when I was starting out. But it was him and Doug Basham that were doing an Irish tour. Yeah. But I was sitting in the middle of the two of them on the way from Kilkenny to Waterford.
You were a big boy back then too.
20 stone in the middle of this tiny car.
So there's about 65 stone in the back of that car.
Yeah, but they were trying to. He probably thought John Cena was my favorite wrestler and all that. But he was like, "Who's your favorite wrestler, kid?" And I said, "Kurt Angle." Okay, fair enough. And he goes, "It's a nice little town you got here, kid." And I said, "City."
How do you take that?
I said, "Excuse me." I said, "Kilkenny is a city." He goes, "New York's a fucking city." I said, "All right, so it's Kilkenny. We have 2 cathedrals."
Yeah.
And I said that to him.
In New York?
I'm sure they do. Anyway.
They definitely have one. I was at one of them.
So Big Vito, and let's see who he's talking about. You'll probably guess.
Well, I know because you told me.
I'll read out the full tweet, will I?
Yeah, go for it.
Enough! How long can we hear you bitch? That's all you do now. You were looked up to as a great wrestler, technician, a guy I modelled my wrestling after. I was so proud to wrestle with you, be in the same company as you. But this, years of just complaining, years of bitching and moaning. You have every right to be pissed off about things, but it's time to stop. Who the hell wants to hear it anymore? It's Goldberg, it's Hogan, it's Vince. Who else can we complain about? You get paid to appear and you still bitch. Kevin Nash got a seat. I think I just threw up. You have become someone that people can't stand listening to anymore. I looked up to you in this business. I was there the night you got hit. Shit. There have been many whose careers stopped because of an injury. Some who might have been better than you. Yeah, better. Concussions and broken necks. People losing limbs. People that have died and you don't even let them die in peace. I got plenty of beef. I say it once and that's it. I make my point. But bitching with money in the bank, you are treated like royalty and you treat people like shit. You still get paid by WWE and you're still complaining. How about this? Take your ball and go the fuck home. It's been said. Finally, someone has spoken. It's me. Now go have a miserable day. The best there was at bitching, the best there ever will be at bitching. And one last thing. The best there ever will be at bitching. He said that twice. The Don has spoken. The best there ever will be at bitching. And one last thing. The best there ever will be at bitching. The best there was. The best there is. He should have said the best there is. He's talking about none other.
Wonder who he's talking about.
Than Bret the Hitman Hart. So Bret Hart has come out recently. He was giving out that he was flown into SummerSlam, but he wasn't given a seat. He says it's a lack of respect. The seat was given to Diesel, who never beat him for the belt. He beat Bob Backlund, but he didn't beat Bret. But
it is ridiculous that Bret wasn't given a seat. And he has every right to complain about that.
But he says he doesn't, after SummerSlam 92 being voted the best SummerSlam match of all time, Bret Hart says he doesn't feel appreciated by WWE after they invited him to SummerSlam. I went, can I do a Bret Hart impression? The best there is, the best there was,
that sounds more
and
like
the best there ever will be. It's the will be. That's kind of Bret.
Yeah.
I know. No, that's the Heartbreak Kid show. I'm like, whatever. I'm not Jason Sensation. Reference for all you older folk. Do you get that?
I got that.
Yeah, nice. I went to SummerSlam. They invited me down, told me they wanted me to be in the crowd. And once I got there, they told me they didn't have any seats. But I noticed Kevin Nash got a seat. Maybe I finally realized that I don't feel they really fully appreciate me. Even after Hulk's passing, there's no certain appreciation for anything I did. Bret Hart. This is one of the many comments that comes from the mind of Bret Hart. A lot of them get picked up by aggregator sites.
There's a heavy cottage industry of aggregators surrounding Bret Hart complaints.
Or just in wrestling in general.
Oh, yeah. Look,
but like, it gets more clicks.
It does. And like the aggregation thing is something that we fight against and this is our own fault. We aggregate ourselves on TikTok.
Yeah, but it's the negative things that get traction.
Yeah.
Like the stuff where I'm going on about backstage fights between Eddie and Kurt and we're laughing and joking.
No, nobody watches them.
Nobody watches it. Nobody cares.
Like, it's not even that nobody watches it, it's they don't filter into the algorithm.
Yeah, like the Undertaker stuff is still doing numbers on Instagram.
Yeah. Like that's like the Undertaker, where I said the Undertaker was overrated, that's done over 100,000. Like significantly more than 100,000.
Yeah.
Whereas where like other ones where we're having fun about Eddie and Kurt backstage, it's like
no one gives a fuck.
2,000, you know. But like, it's not even that people aren't watching it. I'm sure, like, but people are
just seeing the thumbnail and just been like, those motherfuckers.
Yeah, I suppose Undertaker overrated was a great thumbnail. It just so happens to be true as well. Like, yeah, it's negativity fucking
farming.
Yeah.
Rage baiting, is it?
However, though, rage baiting, yeah. Like, look, I'm going to give you some rage bets today.
I don't want to yet now. I want to go through.
No. I won't give them to you yet.
Are these genuine things, though?
I have, and I've told you know this take.
Yeah, I know the take.
Do you agree with the take?
I don't know.
And I know that people are going to think this is a hot take, but I don't think it's that hot a fucking take. If you actually
think about it. Because even Johnny Martz, and I'm sorry to throw him in the fire, he somewhat agreed.
And we'll bring up his comparison when we get to my steaming hot
Shall
take.
we go through some of the
the reactions?
So basically, what I put up today: does Bret Hart moan too much? And that's rich coming from us.
Holy fuck! Is that all the responses?
Yeah, a lot of responses. So Evan O'Rafferty 01 states, "I think he has a right to nearly gave so much to the business and got fuck all back in return." Now, I would argue against that.
He got a lot.
He got a lot, but he got to tour the world. He got to be a WWF champion.
He got very well paid.
He got very wealthy. Like, you hear about him giving out about WCW and how they didn't use him, but they were like, they'd fly me in first class. They put me up in a first class hotel. I get to Nitro and told them not needed. And then I fly home. I'm like, how fucking bad? Great. Someone fly me in first class.
Look, I have no personal ambition. I would love to be paid to sit at home.
That'd be amazing.
Or fly first class.
Stage_Guy just said never, so he doesn't moan too much. Nice. Oisin McCarthy, a good friend Oisin of the show, 129 says yes, considering he's a 3-time Hall of Famer and one of the best to ever do it. 3-time Hall of Famer? Is he?
Hart Foundation.
Hart Foundation, Bret.
Himself. And did the Austin match go in as a match?
Oh, the match did, yeah.
That's the new thing, isn't it?
Yeah. So that's the first ever Hall of Fame match, isn't it?
Yeah.
Our N80's response, I think this is Run the Analyst, probably, but it's pretty funny when he continues to bitch about Bill Goldberg.
That is so funny.
It is. It's hilarious, and we'll get into that too. The _Rattenberries1 says yes, but if WWE had fucked me over and killed my brother, I'd moan a lot too. So yes, but I get it. I think a lot of people can resonate with that. Jamie Boswell said, nah, it's his gimmick. That's his gimmick now.
I actually think it is his
gimmick.
Bret
the shit on everything Hart.
Yeah, I think it's his gimmick.
Cody K55 says, sounds like it, but he's just answering the questions people ask him. It's kind of like Roy Keane in a way, isn't it?
Yeah.
If we're going on the gimmick thing.
Roy Keane has a more humorous way of delivering it.
Yeah. But Bret seems like he could be quite humorous, but in a very dry, sardonic way.
If you watch like extended interviews with him, there is that sardonic kind of humor too.
Who are you to doubt El Dandy?
Yeah.
Who are you to doubt El Dandy? Like, that's one of my favorite promos of all time. The Nerdy Scholar says, blame Goldberg for this post. Bill Goldberg, I'm sure. Mark_Dowd 16, way too much. He was dealt a bad hand by wrestling, but Jesus Christ, he never shuts up. That's fair. At least he doesn't have imagine Bret with a podcast.
Oh, that'd be
the Bretcast.
Do you know what? It'll just take over your timeline once a week for several hours.
Bret the Podman Hart. I'd fucking listen to that all day.
I'd listen to it all day, no problem.
Neil XCA says, it seems like that's all he fucking does, the moaning fucker. Or is Bret just getting stitched up by the media?
Partially.
Is his positive just not reported? And that's what John says as well.
Partially.
Evan Foley, sound like Bill Goldberg. Not Goldberg. I've seen him more than I've seen him wrestle. Moan Hall of Fame for sure. That's coming in from D Meehan 88. And if 88 is to go by the year he was born, you would have seen him wrestle quite a bit.
You would have seen him wrestle a lot.
G, the bald guy _13. Absolutely only wrestler I ever met that I thought moaned more than Edward Stewart Tate. Edward Stewart Tate's some fucking money little prick, to be honest. C, Joss Marties says simply, no. But like when you see it pop up in your feed, you're like, oh, what the fuck's she after saying now again?
To be perfectly honest with you,
yeah,
I don't read the quotes anymore.
Yeah, but sometimes it's just hard to ignore them. Like let's go with this SummerSlam one now for a bit, and he's giving out and he's feeling disrespected by SummerSlam, right?
I'm going to stay up front. I agree with him about SummerSlam.
But look at the way he acted at WrestleMania when Triple H shook his hand. He's just. It just looks like he doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't want to be there.
Don't fly him in then.
In fairness, all of us fans felt that as well because he had like what? The Stone Cold didn't come out on the stage, did he?
Stone Cold drove his car around and ripped it off the fucking yoke.
Yeah, but that was in the first night, but in the Hall of Fame part. No, Stone Cold did. He came out with Bret, didn't he?
Yeah, they were out. They were stood there.
Yeah, and then Triple H made his big, and then we were like, but that's the way they always did it. The headlining guy always got the entrance.
I know, but also if you're doing Stone Cold Steve Austin and Bret the Hitman Hart.
Yeah, but they've already had their time to shine.
They should also get an entrance.
They've already had the time to shine, though. That's what I'm saying. They've already had their Hall of Fame. Bret in 06, Austin in 09.
Funny because it was Triple H who
is the head of the company,
putting himself
who didn't know he was going in,
putting himself like it feels like whether he did or not.
But like he mightn't have gotten a seat, but he was in the press box and stuff, or he was in like a fucking corporate box, wasn't he?
I don't know.
That's what I read. He was in like a proper, like he didn't get to, that Lelani Kai get.
Yeah.
So why does he give a fuck about that now at this age?
But don't fly him in if you're.
Why? They're just putting him up. They're showing that they appreciate you by paying for you to come to SummerSlam.
He's getting paid anyway. He's on a Legends deal.
Yeah, exactly. They're your employer. And they go, oh, they don't appreciate me.
Employer? Yeah. Look.
They have a licensing deal with him. I got a Bret Hart figure the other day. Yeah. I love Bret.
I love Bret as well. Like he's don't get me wrong. He's a moany bollocks, like.
Yeah. But like, does that make him less endearing now? Especially because,
look, here's a part of the problem surrounding it is that a lot of people think that because Bret says it can't be wrong.
Yeah, I get that.
That's an issue. You can disagree with Bret Hart
because there are like fanatics about Bret. Yeah,
and there is so that's what annoys me. It's not that Bret said, but like. Bret can say whatever. Yeah, you can say whatever. Like, it's Bret Hart. You can say whatever the fuck you want about any wrestling company. Like, I can disagree with you. Like, and, at the same time, obviously, I don't know as much about pro wrestling as Bret Hart. Obviously. But I can still fucking disagree with him. And
what would you disagree? Because he came out and he was asked, like, for best wrestlers. Rey Mysterio's up there for him. But CM Punk is...
Yeah, I disagree with that. Right now, definitely. Like... Yeah. Punk on a whole over his whole
But you
career.
Were talking about you're on this Masawathon.
We had that's a good name.
Thank you. I came up with it myself.
Fucking deadly.
Just
I'm doing
literally
the Masawathon.
There. So you're watching all Mitsuhawa Masawa matches, and you were talking to me beforehand. And
I'm watching 100 matches, and I'm going to make a video about the experience.
Yeah, and you're going. Can I give a little spoiler on your thoughts so far?
Yeah.
So you're talking about how, this is a slog. Oh, like his matches are a fucking slog.
No, the watching of it isn't a slog.
No,
the watching of it is one of the most joyous wrestling experiences I've ever had.
I get that, you fucking nerd. But you were saying his matches when you're watching them, like they come across as an actual fight. Not but like as a proper fucking, this is a slog of a match. And this was my argument about CM Punk and Gunther at SummerSlam, and you said no, I didn't like that. Yeah, he looked gassed. But that could have been playing into it. You don't know.
He definitely looked gassed. But the other, like the key difference is, and this is something that Bret would hate, is in these Misawa matches that I'm watching, everything feels way more impactful than it does in a CM Punk match.
We've had this argument before about Vader, and I've said it about chops. It came up on my feed.
Well, we're going to get into the fucking chops debate, don't you worry.
But he has a point. Bret says, I remember reading his book, right? It's fucking phenomenal read.
Would you believe I read that book, 300 and whatever pages, in one day?
It's amazing.
It's fucking incredible.
It's so fascinating. So many great stuff. And this is where you can see his charm and his wit and all that.
And like even, as someone, like people, like if you're interested in wrestling, the best part of that book is all the fucking territory shit in the first like third of it.
Yeah, well, Stampede.
All of it. Like, that is so interesting.
The big Cuban and fucking
Yeah,
Bad
like
News
Andre
Brown
coming up and, like...
driving Andre from the airport and stuff. But he says something about Ric Flair. He gives out about chops when he's giving out about Ric Flair, but he says like, oh, Ric Flair had a very formulaic way of doing matches and all that, and he doesn't rank him high, and you know, that kind of goes into... He mentions wrestling shouldn't hurt, and he takes pride in the fact that he's never injured anybody. Misawa used to kick the heads off people, and they'd injured themselves the whole time.
Yeah.
That's terrible. That's not good.
It's fucking the best wrestling I've ever seen.
But how did Misawa pass away? Was it due to
In the
wrestling?
ring,
Was
yeah.
it due to wrestling?
Yeah.
Wrestling,
In the ring.
It's wrestling in a certain style.
Well,
that's what I'm saying. I know it was in the ring, but was it from was it a cardiac thing?
No, it was a neck. He landed badly on his neck.
It's mental,
Yeah, but
because of his all them burning hammers, man, from Kobashi.
Yeah, those motherfuckers dropped each other on their head for 20 years. But Kobashi's still alive. Kawada's still alive. Towa's still alive. They're all reasonably healthy. And Bret, the safest wrestler of all time, he's had, you know what I mean? Like, you can, it's a fucking physical enterprise. You can die in the ring being safe.
But Bret takes pride. Like, when you watch a Bret match, like, everything does make sense. Now I think there is a bit of a disingenuous when, like, you go on all this formulaic Ric Flair, and he does have a very specific comeback.
Yes.
With his, like, you know, Russian leg sweep, the fucking punch off the ropes, all that kind of stuff.
The elbow drop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, so he has that, but that's his comeback, so I suppose you can't really fuck around with that.
Yeah, well,
Atomic drop.
You can fuck around
5 Moons of Doom.
A bit, like, you know what I mean?
Once people get accustomed to it, yeah. But.
Yeah. But, like, will we just jump into...
Would you prefer a Misawa match over a Bret match?
Yeah, 100%.
They wrestled, didn't they? When he was Tiger Mask, and it was shit.
And it was shit. Well, it wasn't shit. It's
why was it bad?
I think, and this is my...
Was this the Super Show?
No, it's before the Super Show. I'm getting perilously close to my hot take here. I think part of the reason why that match in particular was shit is... And this is both, like, one of Bret's greatest strengths and greatest weaknesses is Bret is incredibly entrenched in his philosophy of wrestling.
Yeah.
And that doesn't always... like, he's not compromising. He won't compromise on his philosophy. So when he's faced... And this is why I don't think him and Rick ever had a great match. When he's faced with someone who has a style that's outside of his philosophy... it doesn't mesh very well.
Yeah, he wasn't too pleased about, like, his Jerry Lawler feud, having to work with Jerry Lawler because of...
Again,
because
stylistically totally different. And so
but, like, he had great chemistry with Shawn Michaels, great chemistry with
Shawn
Stone
Michaels
Cold.
one is funny. It's hard to tell because...
WrestleMania 12, I'm not a fan of that Iron Man match.
Look, I think that match is shit. Not shit, like, they're obviously super talented in it. But I thought they lacked chemistry in that match in particular.
Not lack chemistry, I just found that match a bit of a slog.
It's a total slog. Like, it's paced so badly for a match that's
I love their Survivor Series 92 match.
I like that match. It's
and
like
97.
The thing about 97 is that's actually a great matchup until
what happens.
Yeah, like, that is actually a really good match. Like, they've only wrestled singles 3 times. That's it.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you sure now? Are you going to make us look stupid?
I am not. I am. Would I say 100%? I'm 100% sure they've only wrestled 3.
Well, Sean didn't want to return the favour anyway.
Yeah, I'm 100% sure they've only wrestled 3.
Well, obviously, yeah, like tag team matches.
Singles.
Yeah.
I'm sure there was tag matches that I can't recall off the top of my head. Like, I'm sure the Rockers worked the Hart Foundation.
Oh,
I've seen one of those matches.
Yeah.
They did because
they
the Rockers
won
the title, and it never became televised.
Because was there something wrong with the rope or something in that match?
I don't know. They never televised it, and then so they didn't.
They just put it back on the Hart Foundation.
Back on the Hart Foundation, and then they never actually did the change afterwards. I don't think there was any particular politics involved around. It was just one of those things. So they have worked tag matches, but like they're the only. Now maybe I don't know. Before did they do like a singles match in some territory in the 80s? Probably not. But I'm pretty sure they've only worked 3 televised, and I don't know. I don't even think they did any house show programs.
Bret's complaints generally come from.
But sorry, do you know what I mean about the philosophy thing that he?
That's
doesn't
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Bret's complaints generally will come from his philosophy on life, but like his life was wrestling.
Yeah, just like I obviously love Bret, and I think Bret is one of like
I'm more of a Sean guy, to be fair.
yeah, you've made that clear. It doesn't surprise me. You're sending
Like
me,
Bret did school Bret.
like you're sending Shane is sending me bombarding me with clips of a Godzilla scene.
Godzilla X King Kong.
Ex King Kong scene, and the scene is a spot fest. So that's why
Godzilla
he's
suplexes King Kong in the pyramids.
onto the pyramid.
Yeah,
between them,
he
like.
spears him into the pyramids,
Right.
then suplexes him, or a brainbuster, whatever you want to go for.
Yeah.
Fucking King Kong comes at him with a loaded fist, boom, knocks him out. Godzilla's ready for his big comeback. Mothra does a run-in. Pyramids are fucking totaled. What's not to love about that?
That's what
I watched that movie last night. It's one of the greatest movies I've ever seen.
Literally, I woke up to 76 WhatsApp messages.
There's a picture of Godzilla with his big fucking robot arm in the pyramid. How badass that was King Kong. How badass does that look?
I haven't watched it yet, Shane.
Skip the first two Godzilla movies.
Yeah, no, I have a shoot job that I do during the day.
You're on a fucking Misawathon, you fucking
That's my
on a
shoot
shoot
job.
You're just watching Misawa matches.
You can see when I watch the matches because I tweet about it.
I blocked you.
So, you don't because you liked one of my tweets, actually. X's. So, because you're a Spot Fest guy, so you prefer Sean. I'm a Logic guy, so I prefer Bret.
Shut the fuck up. You watch AEW, man. You love AEW.
Logic.
The lads were
Bryan
stabbing
Danielson.
each other. Will you shut the
Deadly.
fuck up?
Yeah, so I think like there's a lot of like Bret wrestled some like all-time greats and didn't have great matches with them because I think their style is just a little bit outside his philosophy, and he's not the most compromising man ever, as we can see. He's very stubborn.
I've liked his matches with like Booker T and Redacted.
Will I just give my hot take?
Give your hot take.
And I want this clickbait.
Say this into the camera.
Bret Hart is one of the greatest wrestlers ever to have so few all-time great matches. You could count on less than one hand how many all-time great matches Bret Hart has.
Count them.
Greatest match of all time, Stone Cold Steve Austin, WrestleMania 13.
Well, then that's the end of your fucking argument. If it's the greatest match of all time.
Okay, will I use John Martin's analogy now?
Yeah.
Bret Hart is the Daniel Day-Lewis of wrestling. Again, Daniel Day-Lewis, one of the greatest actors of all time, only has one film that's an all-time great film. There Will Be Blood. Everything else is really, really good, but not top-tier all-timer.
Well, it's purely subjective. Like
Everything is
I love
subjective.
Gangs of New York. I love that movie.
That's one of his shitter
I
ones.
love it.
Like, I love it too, but it's objectively a shitter film than
Just like I love Bret Hart versus Isaac Yankem.
Like, there's a load of, like, Bret has an outrageous collection of really, really good matches. 1, 2, 3 Kid, British Bulldog. But he's like, all-time great matches. You'd put Stone Cold Steve Austin on there. You'd probably put Stone Cold Steve Austin on in from Survivor Series 96.
Yeah.
You'd do Summerslam 94 cage match with Owen Hart.
Yeah.
I don't know.
WrestleMania 10?
I don't know if I'd include that at that level, like. You know what I mean? But yeah, let's include that. So you're up to 4. What comes after that in terms of like, I mean like all-time great, like among the greatest matches ever. Not like really, really good, because there's a fucking difference.
Bob Backlund, WrestleMania 11.
That was
terrible.
terrible.
Roddy Piper, WrestleMania 8.
Again, I would put that as like,
That's a phenomenal match,
it's not an all-time great match.
It's a fucking
There
all-timer.
is 300 wrestling matches better than that. 100. Maybe 100, 200. There is like...
Yeah, but like I put on that match to feel good about myself and to feel good about wrestling.
So nice.
Piper with
I
the
love
bell
that match. Like that's like I love that match, but it's not among the greatest matches in the history of fucking professional wrestling. Like maybe right. Let's say you're a guy who only ever watched WWE.
Who has the best matches then?
Like who has the greatest
Like,
quantity?
You said greatest quantity of best matches, but like keep it don't go all niche on me.
Well, like Misawa's not niche.
Hey, fucking niche to half the
not.
people here.
To half, but like half isn't niche.
WWE, North American,
Who has
not Kenny fucking Omega.
Well,
In
most
North
of
America,
his great matches are in Japan.
Best greatest North American matches.
Who has the highest? Bryan Danielson by a country mile.
Yeah, I suppose.
Like in terms of volume of great matches.
Are you including like Ring of Honor and
over eras, like Ring of Honor, WWE, AEW, like era after era after era, he had like consistently under different styles. With
what's his top WWE matches?
What's Danielson's? I would probably go either great one with Bray Wyatt, who I don't think is particularly good in the ring. But
you're saying all-time great matches. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like,
are any of Danielson's WWE matches an all-time great match?
We can't throw that fucking shit out there and like not have a genuine.
Yeah, but you can I'll give you a list now off the top of my head of all-time great Danielson matches that took place.
They're all going to be AEW because they're recent.
They're not. He has the Kenta one in Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
He has 2 Nigel McGuinness ones in Ring of Honor. There's one more Ring of Honor one.
But like this is what you love though about it, because they're kicking, like Nigel McGuinness has a fucking massive hematoma from slapping his head off the fucking ring post. You love that shit.
For my entertainment.
But from a wrestling perspective, like Bret was he was phenomenal. And
I'm saying Bret Hart is one of the 10 greatest wrestlers who's ever lived.
Just doesn't have good matches.
Not good. No, all his matches are good. He just doesn't have that many all-time great matches.
And it's a different time. And it's a different time back then.
Here's my hot take. Ric Flair had more all-time great matches in 1989 than Bret Hart had in his whole career.
But look at Ric Flair's opponents, like Steamboat and fucking Terry Funk.
Yeah.
Bret Hart's opponents were he had fucking...
But that man wrestled fucking Shawn Michaels. That man wrestled fucking Undertaker, who people seem to tell me is an all-time great.
Bret and Yoko. Bret had Yoko at WrestleMania 9 and WrestleMania 10.
But people are telling me Undertaker's an all-time great.
And in between,
Ric Flair had better matches with Terry Funk than Bret Hart and The Undertaker had.
Bret Hart and Terry Funk, now that'd be a fucking good match, wouldn't it?
They did wrestle.
Yeah.
And it's fucking deadly.
That was Punk's... or Terry Funk's retirement show, wasn't it?
One of his retirement shows.
No, was it the Brian Pillman Memorial? It was one of them.
No, I think he did a retirement match in like 86.
No, in 97, when Bret was the champ.
Sorry, Bret went and wrestled Funk in 97 in a retirement match as well. I think they had another match in the 80s.
Right.
It wasn't a retirement match. But
you're talking about Bryan Danielson saying Ring of Honor. What about Bret in Stampede? Have you seen much of that stuff?
Exactly. I've only seen bits.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Anyway, but Bret...
I'm not trying... This isn't... this is more to do with Bret's, like, uncompromising... Like, he could have had great...
He had a great match with Hakushi.
I love that match. It's not an all-time great match. Do you know what it could be? You could consider an all-time great match.
What?
Is the fucking Canadian Stampede 5v5. The Hart Foundation.
That's a 5v5 though, it's different.
It's not. Why do people say that? Trios, 8-mans and 5v5s can be considered all-time great matches as well.
Yeah. TLC matches. TLC 2.
TLC 2.
Do you think if Bret hadn't have gone to WCW and stayed in WWE with the...
Huge what if.
Yeah, with the crop of talent that...
was coming, yeah.
Was coming. So, like, you're looking at...
Well,
you're looking at... Yeah, but you're looking at the, like, Rocks. Yeah. You're looking at Triple H in his pump. You're looking at...
Yeah, he did shit all over Triple H.
You're looking at Kurt Angle coming into his pump.
If Bret never got hurt and he wrestled Kurt Angle...
Yeah.
Like, that would have been fun.
And, like, a few years later, you have Brock, Batista, John Cena, but, like, Brock really at the time.
Brock is the one then. Because I think we kind of got a glimpse into what an early 2000s healthy Bret could have done in his 2 Dynamite matches, not Dynamite, Nitro matches with Benoit.
Yeah.
Like, they're fucking, like, they're class matches, like. And if Bret had stayed healthy...
He had good matches with Booker T.
They're a real good match as well. Do you know the thing about Bret as well is, and please clip this to go with the other one, because I'm saying Bret Hart doesn't have that many all-time great matches. But you can pick any Bret Hart match and...
enjoy it.
In that match, he will do something that's legitimately all-time great. It might be a spark of an idea, or, you know what I mean?
Like, you know when Owen kicks him in the head at WrestleMania 10?
Yes.
And he just looks up at him and he's like, you little fucker.
Yeah, like,
and it's like that, because they're brothers, that makes sense. You're just like, hey, you little fucking...
Yeah, like,
we're wrestling here.
That's the thing about Bret is, like, I don't know if anybody, I'd probably argue Danielson, but I don't know if anybody was as consistently great as Bret Hart in like every little moment of all these like matches that don't have much, like the Hakushi match. Like you could take any Bret Hart match. I don't know if there's basically what I'm trying to say is I don't know if there's a wrestler whose baseline like floor level is as high as Bret Hart's is.
Or fucking...
Like Bret Hart's worst night.
He gave Kevin Nash's best ever match.
Yeah. And like Undertaker, when they had a lot of their early matches, do you know, like the early 92, 93, they worked some matches together.
Did they?
There's a 93 match that I remember. Could be maybe 94.
I remember them having, was it SummerSlam 97? They
had
the match then. I like, fucking Bret and Foley.
I'm trying to think of a Bret Foley match that I thought was excellent because I think Foley's.
I don't think they had a proper match.
Did they ever have a single, like a big single? They never had a big singles match.
Yeah.
Did they ever do a Raw match in like 96 or anything?
I
before?
don't know. No, fucking, you know, I'll be able to tell you, Johnny Mortz, and he ain't here.
They must have done a match in 96. Joe and Foley come in first.
Well, like thinking about when the corporation and stuff, but then you don't get like, you know, Evil Vince and stuff, so the corporation wouldn't have happened. You mightn't have got like the wrestling world. You know, Kurt Angle mightn't have even come in. He could have ended up in ECW, the butterfly effect,
Maybe. But yeah, like a Bret. So like the direction was always really supposed to be after WrestleMania 13 was supposed to be Austin Bret rematch at 14 and Austin wins the title from Bret. Like, I always feel like what we missed there was fucking...
I liked WrestleMania 14, Shawn and...
So did I, yeah, but like Shawn was clearly in bits, doing that match. I just think Bret and Stone Cold had better chemistry than Stone Cold and Shawn Michaels.
So looking back on the wrestling back in the day, obviously there's a stark difference with the wrestling today.
Yeah,
it's quite more not even more athletic, but more
today.
Yeah, like it is like the stuff that they do is phenomenal. The term I was going to use was high flying. Because a lot of fucking, like you look at Seth Rollins, he's a big guy and he could fucking fly around the ring, and you know, back in the day it wouldn't. But he talked about being at a show in Cardiff, Clash at the Castle.
Yeah.
And he talked about sitting there and seeing wrestlers slap their leg on a kick, and then people in the crowd doing it, like being in on it, and he was like disgusted by it. And he's saying like they're not wrestling the way we used to do back in the day, you know, it's clearly choreographed. But if you look at some of the shit back in the day, not necessarily Bret, but like by lumping, I don't know what period he's necessarily referring to, but if he's talking about the 80s, early 90s, there's a lot of hokey shit that goes on there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Akeem, he's getting punched and he's doing that. And, you know, you see
Dusty
fucking...
used to do that, man.
Adrian Adonis, you know, the way he fucking goes around the ring and stuff. And you're going, like, is that what...
Selective memory?
Yeah, is that what... Maybe it's not, like, you know, Bret had fucking Dynamite Kid. And they were... You know what I mean? Like,
actually, there might be a tag match there that with the Bulldogs versus the Hart Foundation. That's all time great.
Yeah, but like you look at back then, is that what he's hoping? Because wrestling has to evolve as well. But is that what he's hoping it goes back to?
You know what part of it is, right? And I know there's like a lot of people in modern wrestling who are influenced by Bret, but I think the prevailing style of modern wrestling is actually more influenced by Shawn.
Yeah,
and I think that's probably...
Well, I think a lot of it... This might sound crazy. Well, no, influenced by Shawn, yes. But Amazing Red would have had a fucking huge influence.
That's a totally... Yeah, like, obviously, Amazing Red...
But Shawn probably influenced Amazing Red.
Yeah. Like, I think just the prevailing style of modern wrestling, maybe we're saying without using the word influence, is more akin to what Shawn's philosophy was than what Bret's was.
But Shawn's philosophy, and I know where you're getting at it, because Shawn is a lot more... I wouldn't say dynamic, but like he's in the air a lot more than Bret is. You know what I mean? Where Bret is quite rigid. You know, when he comes off the rope, he's fucking.
And Shawn worked just a faster paced style.
But I'm talking, but Shawn's selling is something that is lost on, or was lost.
I don't think it is. I think there's still a lot of selling in modern wrestling.
But like, you look at the way Shawn would fucking sell, he'd get a punch and he'd just fucking spin around. You know what I mean? Or,
his selling was very flamboyant, and I don't particularly like Shawn's selling style. I'd much prefer Bret's. But like Shawn's is cool as well. Like I'm not saying like I'm not coming on saying Shawn Michaels shit. Like, Shawn Michaels is obviously.
Well, you've had this argument with me in the fucking group chat when I was like, Shawn, the best 100 matches of all time, and I think Shawn Michaels was in it, twice or whatever? You sent me on some fucking list, and then you were saying...
GME 2025, yeah.
Load of nonsense. Necro Butcher ranking higher than Shawn Michaels.
But, like, anyone can have a better match than anyone.
Yeah, but...
Like, what Shawn matches are better than Samoa Joe versus fucking Necro Butcher?
The Necro Butcher Samoa Joe match is fun, but it's not an all-time fucking great match.
Look, I feel that's rated way too highly on that list.
It's number 5!
I know, but see, it's not like... The way that works is, like... That, like, there's so many people who vote on that could have gotten a really high placement based on volume of people who had that at 40. And then other people might have had Shawn matches at 20 and then again at 90, you know what I mean? Because, like, a shitload of people submitted 100 matches. So it's done on, like, an aggregate basis.
Necro Butcher and Samoa Joe is number 5.
It's fucking phenomenal.
What was the number 1?
It's Stone Cold Bret. Yeah.
And would you prescribe to that being the best? Because the double turn and...
I think I'm not going to say all time here because there's so much shit I don't know. But I would say that's in our kind of... wrestling watching lifetime, that's one of the 2 most significantly impactful matches ever.
What's the other one?
Omega Jericho. I don't think there's any argument with that. That spawned a whole new company that are now in, you know what I mean? Like, it changed the industry.
I did get New Japan World for that match.
Yeah, when I say that, I'm not, because that match is really, really good. Again, it's not all-time great match, and it's a really good match.
It's culturally significant.
It's just so significant.
What about Sheik and Hogan? Because I know you're on this Meltzer train now where you're fucking on Twitter and you're like, oh, look at this George Hackenschmidt match or Luthez match.
Oh, that was a piss take.
And you're like, oh, wasn't wrestling in Smoky Halls and stuff. And there's a load of people there. And Meltzer kind of shits on the whole notion that WWE created this. But they created a fucking global brand based off Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that part. Like,
so why do you disagree with that? He's taking wrestling out of fucking high school halls or whatever.
Yeah, like that, like the WWE rewriting of history that they took it out of smoke-filled halls is just not true. Like, there was wrestling matches in Greece in the 50s that had 90,000 people and shit at them, like, you know? In fucking Greece, like, Jim Landis wrestled in Greece.
It just became a lot more prevalent due to Hulk Hogan.
And also media, like, you know, media access and stuff. But he was at the forefront of that.
Yeah, so would you not count Iron Sheik and Hulk Hogan as culturally significant?
Well, I qualified it by saying in our, like, basically wrestling watching lifetime. I was born in 1987. I wasn't watching minus 3 years of age, minus 5 years of age.
Getting back to Bret's point about, you know, wrestlers, you know, they're like actors. He used the term before. Would you prescribe that? Would you give him that?
What? Sorry, what's the point?
Like the point, he doesn't like modern wrestling because he's like, the wrestlers are just actors; they're not actually wrestlers.
Yeah, but I'd also say that, like, there were also actors in Bret's day.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of bad habits that seem to have been picked up over the years, but wrestling does have to evolve, and maybe Bret just doesn't like its evolution. So
But also, you go back and watch a WWE fucking show from 1992. There was an awful lot of fucking shit on it.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So, yeah, I do think
Bret was involved in the company. Like, you know, he was the head when...
He was top guy in 94, 95 when things was going shit, like...
Montar was there and fucking... Yeah. You know what I mean?
So, like I do, like... I don't know. I think the current era of wrestling is very... Like, the in-ring product is very, very strong across multiple companies. And I can understand why... It doesn't really fit in with Bret's philosophy of wrestling.
I think when Bret says wrestling's not meant to, like, hurt, you know, specifically he's talking about chops.
Yeah,
it's come out recently that he.
Will I read the quote?
Yeah, please. Yeah.
I have this open here.
But like, the actual original thought in my head was, what do you think of Bret's? I wonder what Bret's thoughts are on Mick Foley. Because, like, Mick Foley put his body on the line consistently for entertainment. Like, would he classify that as not wrestling? I'm sure that's on online somewhere. Maybe you can go check it out. But
Probably.
Read me out the quote.
Whoever won a fight with a chop, what a waste of time. They hurt, they look like shit. They make a big slap sound, but they hurt. When you get chopped by somebody, your whole chest the next day is bruises. It hurts to put a shirt on. What do you think?
I agree.
But also, like...
Yeah, they sound good, and you get a big whoa, but, like, I agree.
Yeah, but, like, the first line there, and I deliberately included that, like, because I think that's important when he says, whoever won a fight with a chop.
Yeah.
Whoever won a fight with a fucking sharpshooter. Like,
it's probably been done in UFC.
It actually
no,
happened
but
once,
what he's saying is, like, a chop isn't being, like, Walter probably changed it, but it isn't like a finishing move, you know what I mean? So,
yeah, and
so what's
like
the
Ric Flair was chopping the fuck out of everyone for decades.
But it's like, what's the fucking point of it then? What's the point of doing it if it's actually hurting you and it's not fucking like building to a finish or whatever, you know what I mean?
Like, what then? You can say, what's the point of any fucking move?
Yeah.
Like, it's the point of it is it hurts your opponent. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the point of wrestling is it's simulated violence.
I know that too, yeah.
So it's not meant to necessarily hurt.
I know, but like also... sorry, I was just looking up his thoughts on Mick Foley. He just seemed to love Foley.
I remember reading it, so he called him a frumpy curiosity, which is quite funny. You know, two of the best books in wrestling are both Mick Foley and Bret Hart.
True.
He said, I hope he toned down all the crazy shit because the last thing I needed at that point was to get hurt. The more we talked, the more I could see he had the gift of seeing a match unfold in his head like a movie, just like I did. And I was blown away by our match, so they did. Mankind took all the risks and bumps, yet he was exceptionally skillful and tight. Most amazingly, he was never stiff. He became not only one of my favourite characters in the business, but one of my favourite people too.
I think like Mick Foley is one of my...
he's my top guy.
Yeah, you know my top
I got called, I think it was me, or I think it was Frankie. Cactus Jack wannabe.
When you sent me the comments and then I watched the Rumble, I was like, it can only be Frankie.
Yeah.
But if you're going to be a wannabe of anyone, be a wannabe of Mick fucking Foley. But yeah, like, to get back to the chops thing, like, I don't see the problem with it, personally.
Yeah.
I think they look fucking cool and they're impactful. I think that's where I'm at in my wrestling journey at the moment. Is I want things to look and feel impactful, and I think a lot of stuff doesn't. And chops are one of the things that do feel impactful.
Yeah, it's pointless. Like,
no, nothing's pointless.
It's just silly. I think.
Can we have a wrestling match and chop the fuck out of each other?
No, because I don't want to.
Let's just
like, if someone chops me in a match, fair enough.
Like, let's do a wrestling match. Chop the fuck out of each other.
You have to training first. I'm not fucking...
No, I can chop. I can take a chop.
Fucking backyard.
Look, we're not doing any fucking... There's no bumping here. We're just chopping the fuck out of each other.
Well, what's the point?
Somebody quits.
It's not...
we have a winner.
It's not red. It's power slap. That's what that is.
No, that's in the face. That's stupid.
No, it's the same fucking premise.
No, because you can... It's not the same premise, because in power slap you can't defend yourself. You like technically can't. What?
You're not wrestling. You can't fucking like shoot back on him.
No, but
because you're in the context of the match.
I know, but in the context of the match, you could defend yourself. You could. Did you get me?
Yeah.
Whereas in power slap you can't. You just have to let them slap you in the face.
So he called out Gunther.
Yeah.
I said I told him to his face that it's bullshit or whatever.
His style is shit. I have that quote. Like,
give me that quote. Because was he complimentary of Gunther? Apparently they had a bit of a telling off in Cardiff, but I don't know if that was kayfabe or not. And kayfabe was still alive a bit, which is fun.
I can give you the...
give me the exact quote, please.
Shit. I have Gunther's response.
No,
I have it here. I have it. Contrary to that Gunther guy, who seems like a nice enough guy when I met him, but I hate wrestlers that hurt each other on purpose. I have no respect for guys that hurt each other all the time. It's just, to me, lazy shit wrestling when guys like Gunther, I've told him this to his face, it's bullshit. When you're hurting somebody for real, you're unprofessional.
I would agree with that, even though I love watching Gunther matches.
Like, yeah, I can see why
I love watching Vader matches.
I love watching Vader matches. I love watching Stan Hansen matches. Gunther said, I think it's obvious that in-ring, Bret is one of the best to ever do it, but that man sat at my match in Cardiff and was not mentioning nice things after that, so he is not going to get anything nice from me. Then that's it, really. But, like, it's not, like, lazy shit wrestling, like.
No, sorry, it's not lazy shit wrestling, but I agree with the sentiment of, like...
Yeah, but like,
if
also,
you can make it like and I'm going to attribute this to John Moxley, right? One of the most creative things that I ever seen was John Moxley in CCW, when they had like a saw
Yeah.
and a knife on the edge of the saw, and they sawed it into your man's head, and it's an electric saw, like it's going.
Oh, I've seen this. Yeah,
and it's going
yeah.
on his head, right? But it's a blunt fucking knife. It's only like a kitchen knife, so it's not doing anything.
No, it's tickling his heart.
But he's already had blood on his head.
So it's spreading it
So it's
around.
spreading out the blood.
Yeah.
And I read that and I watched it and I was like, that is one of the most creative that's perfect. Like, you're simulating violence.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's great.
But then-
if you can fucking pull it off, that's the art form. You've just done it.
Max just got forked in the head there a few weeks ago.
Yeah, which was awesome. But
Exactly.
like, still, it was like, that's...
But like the thing is, right? Yeah, it's a collaboration. If the other guy turned to Gunther and said, "Here, can we just not do chops tonight? It hurts and I don't like it."
Yeah. Gunther would be like, that's my shtick.
I'm going to right. We'll do something else. I'll just
Like,
fucking choke you out or whatever.
Well, like, Goldberg just laughed at his chops.
Yeah.
I still haven't watched that match. Is it good? Good for Goldberg.
I had hopes that it would either be like the most awesome 5-minute match ever or a complete dumpster
like
fire.
40 bits.
It was neither. Like it was like if you thought like a 14-minute Goldberg match in 2025, that sounds like the worst match of all time. It wasn't. Like it was totally fine. And actually, some of it I kind of enjoyed it.
No botches or anything.
No, not no, not really.
We
No,
were watching AEW.
Yeah.
So I just didn't go back and watch that.
well, we just watched 6 hours of
all
wrestling.
this fucking jelly roll bollocks that was happening at the time. And
Yeah.
stuff. I wonder what he thinks of celebrities in the world. See, we need a
We need a Bret podcast.
Bret the
like I know
Podman
about
Hart.
I know the complaint now, but like I don't like. I love Bret, but also
what about his complaints about Bill Goldberg then?
he's 100% correct. I agree with Bret there.
But like-
maybe it's a bit overbearing.
Like it's been a quarter of a century.
I know, but Bret holds on to shit, man.
Like 25 fucking years, man.
Like it
Like
seems he hates
unprofessional.
Goldberg more than he hates Vince for what happened to his brother. Like,
Well, yeah.
seems he's holding on to that more.
Like he complained about Martha Hart as well.
Yeah,
Not letting on in the Hall
yeah.
of Fame.
I thought that part of the book for me kind of got a bit. I don't know if I like this.
Yeah, like he's giving his opinion though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't like all of his opinions.
No, and that's what I mean. But there's a certain cohort out there that, like, it's like you have to agree with Bret and everything. I'm like, no, I fucking
Well,
don't.
no, I think people can kind of look at that and like, you know, Owen Hart was killed
Working for the company, and Martha Hart doesn't want them to.
and Bret
Benefit
realigned
from
back
it.
with the company.
Yeah, so and Bret can want one thing, and Martha can want the other.
In 06. And Bret, pretty much the reason why he kind of after Montreal and after, you know, the own stuff he got back with WWE is because he never owned
his own
catalog, library.
Yeah.
And he wanted, like he did, I have the DVD at home, you know, he wanted to be able to showcase his work because he takes tremendous amount of pride
As
in
he
it.
should, because like that.
And the profession.
But do you remember that DVD that came out shortly after that? It was like
That's what I'm talking about. I own
was it
that, yeah.
Was it a 3-disc or a 5-disc?
3-disc, yeah.
3-disc DVD that came out with like a collection of Bret Hart matches, and that's like you bought it, I bought it. I'm sure Johnny Martz bought
I
it.
think I paid 40 quid for that.
It was expensive at the time,
For a young
but
lad.
it was like just this collection of fucking Bret Hart matches, like, you know.
This is before the network.
Just
like,
way
and it was,
way
they were
before the
handpicked
network.
by Bret.
Yeah, he picked them. It was 3 discs. It was like, I don't know, was it like fucking 12 matches or something? And like, it was so rare to have something of such quality in one place at that time.
But going back to the Goldberg point, like, you know, he and Goldberg is like, there's only fucking so many times I can say sorry, man.
Yeah. No, Goldberg's right too when he says that. It's like, fucking hell, I'm
But
hearing
like,
about this
you know,
for
Big
a quarter
Vito,
of a century.
Big Vito talked about draws. And, you know, his injury with D'Lo Brown, and he goes, Draws never complained.
Draws
Now, I know
is
that was a sky high that went wrong.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Like,
But look, the thing about it is, like, was Goldberg a little bit green and rough and probably a little bit dangerous at that time?
and thrust into the spotlight.
Yeah, but like, even the best wrestlers ever hurt each other.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I said, it's a physical enterprise. Like, you see it all. Like, even now, like, great wrestlers accidentally kick each other in the head. You know, you just mistime something by a half a second, and
I was just watching Sheamus talk about he took a shin to the back of the head in a 6-man, and he was concussed, and he thought that was his career over.
yeah,
You know, it could be something as simple as that.
like simple.
My brother took a jostle in hurling, but like he broke his neck.
Fucked him up, didn't it? Yeah. Like,
But like, you know, just throwing a fucking outrageous karate kick.
I know, yeah. And
But, like,
maybe there's, you know, communication. But like Goldberg was young, well, not that young, but like raw and green. And obviously there was money in him, and the company pushed him to the limit, and it made sense that he'd wrestled Bret Hart. And something went wrong.
They had a great angle. You know, when,
build up to that was
when
great.
they did the spear and he had the metal plate underneath. And
super angle. That's actually one of the angles I most distinctly remember watching on a Friday night on TNT.
I was watching it at my grandmother's house because my dad wouldn't let me watch wrestling, and I had to go
and tell the story.
Cartoon Network turned to TNT, and then I turned on Thunder afterwards.
Yeah.
It's a great time in my life.
Yeah, but that was one of the, like, such a great angle, and then the match, obviously, that happened, and it's just like one of those things. It's fucking wrestling.
You just can't let it go. Now, there is an interesting...
How much of it do you think is a gimmick at this stage as well?
But there is an interesting thought, because, like, you know, he's bitched about Hogan so many times, holding him down before, fucking thinks Eric Bischoff is an absolute moron.
He's right there.
I think he hates fucking Russo or whatever.
Oh, he hates Russo as well, yeah.
But, like, there's an interesting thing that I seen when Bret used to write for the Calgary Sun, and it was before his stroke, and he talked very glowingly of Hulk. And it was very, like, you know, Hulk Hogan's a testament to the business and blah, 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 blah. And then after the stroke, there's this other side of Bret where, you know, a lot of people are saying he bitches and he moans and stuff. Because think about it. If the Bret Hart that we are given access to now is so public about his annoyances, imagine what he's going to be like as a top guy to deal with. You know what I mean? If he's so public now and doesn't give a shit,
I think
and
he
will speak his mind.
It's not that,
but as the top guy, he's gonna, like, back in the 90s, like, we talk, I know everyone fucking loves Bret, so this is purely speculation. Like, a lot of the workers have a lot of great respect for Bret, whereas Shawn Michaels at the time was a fucking tyrant.
Yeah, everyone
but
had
like, you know what I mean? Like,
nearly everyone.
But like those clashing of egos, if Shawn is gonna be being a dick, Bret's also very opinionated on stuff. You know what I mean? I'm sure that was hard to deal with for anybody.
Yeah,
for anybody around the situation.
A lot. Yeah, but I suppose, yeah, but like, also, I would expect you're never going to get to be a top guy unless
you have ego.
Not even ego, but you're steadfast in voicing your beliefs and opinion.
Do you think WWE tried to make him right by having him beat the shit out of Vince at WrestleMania 26? Well, he won the US title in that run.
I know, yeah. It's just he couldn't take a bump, like, so. Yeah. How do you
Lloyds of London, huh?
How do you book a match if you can't take a bump?
Just beat the shit out of someone with a chair. Chop match.
Yeah.
Just chops.
There you go. Let's do a match. I mean, chop shit each other.
So I guess, do you think he's just like? Think of the younger generation that doesn't know Bret Hart.
But also the Hogan thing as well is isn't Bret's wife a black lady? And I think he has black stepkids as well.
I don't know.
I think so. Maybe that could do with a fact check. But I think his wife's a black lady.
Didn't he always, like, he hates Triple H?
Well, that's patently obvious. But why wouldn't you? Because Triple H was such a weasel during the Montreal Screwjob as well.
Yeah, but he only ever had, he's never had a good idea in his life.
Yeah, he's not wrong there either.
I don't know. He's had some maybe good ideas. I don't know. Do you think he's just a moany fucking bollocks?
No, I think Bret is just like...
Keep moaning, Bret.
Bret's an elder statesman who just fucking says what he thinks, and the wrestling world is a better place.
Is there a bit of old man shouts at cloud about?
Yeah, 100%. And
that's endearing to you.
I don't want it to stop.
I want him to bitch about everything.
Yeah, let him bitch, because like a lot of it I don't read anyway, and I totally disagree with his Gunther stuff.
I'd fucking love if he showed up in the front row of AEW.
I met him.
Oh, you did, yeah. What was he like?
He was fucking like...
Did he sign your book?
He didn't have a book. He signed something for me. He took a photograph of him. Yeah, he was just like money, like.
Was he?
Yeah.
Didn't want to be there.
Matthew told him Matt's favourite match of all time was the British Bulldog 92 match.
You told him?
No, my friend Matthew told him that his favourite match of all time was Summerslam 92, and I made sure to mention to both Matt and Bret at the same time, great match, not an all-time great match.
You didn't know fucking say that. No fucking way. But like, think of the circumstances of that match. Read that book.
That's the match that got me into wrestling.
Shut the fuck up for a second. You read that book, right?
Bulldog was crack cocaine out of his mind.
Off his head, right? He went under the ring at SummerSlam 92, got sick. I'm fucked, brother. Forgot everything in the match. He was fucking just. He was fit.
Yeah,
And like, think about how amazing that was.
It's an all-time great performance from Bret, without a doubt. It's not an all-time great match, but it's a fucking like it's the match that got me into wrestling. So I obviously love the match.
It's a great match.
It's a great, yeah. There's levels to this. I'm going to do my 100 greatest matches of all time.
No, you're not.
In a video, I will.
It's all these 100 Masawa matches that you're watching.
No, but there'll probably be 10.
Did you say it? Should I say it, or if I don't know if you were being serious?
Go on.
About Kenny Omega and Bret.
Yeah, you can say it.
Oh, you said.
Do you know what you said?
You said.
Kenny Omega had more great matches in July and August of 2016 than Bret Hart had in his whole career.
You fucking piece of shit.
No, he didn't have more. But it's equivalent.
No, stick by your guns. Stick by your guns. You genuinely believe that?
I totally said it straight to the camera.
Say it straight to the camera.
Kenny Omega had more great matches in July and August of 2016 than Bret Hart had in his entire career.
I just sit down in the basement and chat wrestling with this guy seriously. Are you being serious?
No.
No?
But put that on the internet.
But you are being serious.
Yeah, but leave out the part. No, but he had nearly as many.
All Elite Morro Monday nights.
All Elite Morro Monday night, 8 o'clock. We fillet ourselves. Have a great time. Being contrarians on the internet.
Being Bret Harts.
Being Bret Harts.
Yeah.
Actually, I didn't do much moaning now in the last one.
I don't know if I'm going to counter you this week. It's just the way it worked out.
It's not the way it worked out. You did it twice in a row.
But no, with CCW, and then when Matthew sends me on the edit,
yeah.
I immediately put it up. So maybe it's Matthew's fault.
So Matthew's counter-programming.
Can you write in here something to let me know if it's his fault or your fault?
Who's counter-programming me?
He is All Elite Morrow on a Monday. The last 2 podcasts have been released on a Monday. Done better numbers than him.
Yeah, I'm catching up. Hey, we're actually kind of equivalent on Spotify.
Are you checking numbers on Spotify?
I'm checking numbers everywhere now. Trying to win this ratings war.
How can anyone listen to you whispering?
That's the max Netflix thing. Is the Spotify numbers.
Are you going to be talking about WWE counter programming and also all these TV deals? Because when you brought up that point in All Elite Morrow about they're taking up all the streaming space.
They're literally spreading their So
AEW don't get.
They have like a more narrower range of people that they can,
and fucks up their negotiation power.
They can't just say, well, there's 10 other people we can negotiate with. There's now only like 1 or 2. See, I thought like with UFC going to Paramount, I was thinking of this when the WWE announced the ESPN deal, and I was assuming at the time that UFC would go to Netflix like what WWE have done, and so I thought I was already planning this segment when the UFC deal was announced. And one of the things I was planning on going, well, AEW can negotiate with Paramount Plus and CBS.
But WWE.
But then TKO get in with the UFC announcement. Like, they've just fucking hoovered up another one.
They diversified their portfolio.
Yeah. Oh, they're such scummy business
that's
bastards.
but that's genius.
Well, you look at, and I made this on point as well, you look at the team of people they have in that kind of, that would be doing those negotiations.
Yeah, the top of the top.
It's literally like a fucking Hall of Fame
but
team.
They're saying they want TNA to be
the number 2
company because they can control it.
Yeah.
Is Endeavour involved with TNA?
No. I don't think TKO or Endeavour can buy TNA without it triggering like
Monopoly
some monopolistic laws and stuff. Yeah. But they don't need to buy it because they're fucking controlling it anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, they'd prefer, obviously WWE would prefer TNA to be number 2. But see, like the problem that WWE have, and we've seen this when Swerve's contract renewal was announced, and all the word coming out was that from WWE, all AEW have paid more than market value for them. It's like, no, they've paid more than what you want the market value to be.
Yeah, WWE want to control all of it.
Yeah, so by getting rid of AEW, they reduced the number of places that wrestlers can negotiate, therefore controlling the contract prices.
Okay, quick fire. Does Bret deserve more respect?
Yes.
From WWE?
From everyone.
Should chops be banned?
Absolutely not.
Is CM Punk the greatest wrestler in the world right now?
Jesus Christ, no way.
Did Bret screw Bret?
No.
Fucking liar.
Vince screwed Bret.
Nah. Bret should have dropped the title.
He
should have.
was going to do it next
No,
night.
you're going to do it today. No, if your boss comes and tells you drop the fucking title, you drop the fucking
If
title.
my boss is a sex pest, I'm not listening to him.
He mightn't have been at the time.
The Rita Chatterton stuff was in the 80s.
It was.
Yeah.
Go check out our video on the Vince McMahon allegations. Yeah, don't say anything.
Allegedly.
This has been the Wrestling Fan Wrestling Show. Let us know in the comments. Not a lot of people commenting. No one commented on the last one, did they?
I'd like more comments.
Yeah, just give us comments.
No,
you don't even have to watch the video. Give us comments.
I'm going back on my fucking hot take trend because that's when we showed our greatest period of growth.
Well, I just couldn't be arsed clip. Not that I couldn't be arsed clipping stuff. I don't have the time to clip stuff.
Yeah, clip that shit I said about Bret.
I'm wrestling a lot lately.
I know, yeah. You're clip this shit I said about great matches. There.
So we'll just comment below. And once again, who'd win in the fight, me or Morro? Let us know.
Yeah,
Down
nobody
below.
commented that.
Nobody commented. Remember to Fred.
Yeah.
Maybe to Fred.
I think we should be a tag team.
Why? I beat up Dunphy.
Now we should definitely be a tag team.
Fucking. Anyway, this has been the Wrestling Fan Wrestling Show. The big beefy boy. Sean's beefy, my fellow old worker tomorrow. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Big Chris Benoit, Nancy Benoit documentary coming out very soon. Did you see it?
Well, I have access to it on the
Go
YouTube.
watch it. Let us know what you think.
I haven't watched it all, but I watched it.
You've watched the Kevin Sullivan part.
Yeah. No, I watched up to that now. I watched the start of it
cool.
as well. Yeah.
Good.
It's excellent.
It's fucking amazing,
It's
isn't it?
fucking
And it's not done by
excellent.
us. It's done by a member of Dice Man Productions.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see it there. But yeah, thanks very much for listening. His name is Louis, and he is fucking fantastic. And so are you, Matthew, for editing this.
Louis
Thanks
looks
very
like
much.
the Undertaker. Young Undertaker.
Young Taker. Louis Taker.
Yeah, Louis Taker.
Thanks very much for watching, listening, whatever you're doing. Stay safe, stay sane.